Hey guys, it's Igor here. Welcome back to this channel. I'm back from my citizenship test from federal government here, Harry Hayes building. I passed my citizenship test, which means it's about 2 or 3 months away from singing Canadian anthem and giving an oath to the Queen and becoming Canadian citizen, shredding my permanent residency card and getting myself a certificate which is going to later be exchanged to my Canadian passport, which is like only if you want to travel out of the country. Of course I'm going to go for the passport, guys. That's why you see my eyes like I'm so tired. Work, I had to run away from work to do my citizenship test and go back to work, and it was just so stressful. Days of preparation was hectic, guys. I just want to get done with it. 19 out of 20 questions correct, 95%. Whoo, man, it was good. You know, I was so worried. All right, so in this video, guys, I'll tell you what was there during the exam and how to pass it, basically. Okay, it's simple things, guys. Okay, the exam itself. So what happens? You submit a package of your application and you attach all the photocopies of your passports, right? And proof of English to that application. So when you go for the test, they want to know 2 things. If you stayed in Canada long enough, while you are paying taxes, of course, but they don't say that, but it's considered. And number 2 is if your English is good enough to take the test, reasonably good. So I had to take my 2 Ukrainian passports, Canadian, not yet Canadian passports, but very soon. 2 Ukrainian passports, one most current one and the other one that was expired and cancelled just because it has my, visa stamps in it, that I left the country and I came back to the country, that I was traveling from place to place, just to prove that on my application, the days calculator, where they want you to be in Canada for 3 years, right? So they just want to make sure they go through your passport, they check on your application to compare it, and they say, okay, that's the date you went out, there is a stamp for it. That's the day you went out, there is a stamp for it. That's when you came back, there is an immigration stamp on it. It matches what you wrote, and it means you're good enough, and it's all good. Now, the English is, I didn't do IELTS, so I had to take my transcripts from Centennial College and my diploma. Basically, that's it. Literally, you go inside there and you have to have your PR card and invitation. They invite you, they give you the paper where you would be marking your answers. They put you to a seat. If you come there like me, I came there with my wife, they would separate you. They would make sure there is one seat between you and another person. Make sure you don't cheat during exam, because they might kick you out of the room and then you might have to reschedule, or they take you off the process. Other thing is just don't cheat, don't risk it. It's an easy test. Just don't do it, okay? And everyone has different kind of questions, so even if you do cheat, probably it's going to be wrong. So don't try doing gimmicks here. And then what happens is 30 minutes exam, 20 questions, which is all right on the time. You would think, well, it might not be enough, 30 minutes. Realistically, guys, you'll be surprised. There are people who get the test done in 5 minutes. It took me about 7 minutes, so not that fast as others. It was like 5 or 10 people before me that were already done, and they just went, but I didn't want to get up. I could be one of the first people to get up, but I went down and I checked all of my answers one by one, over again and over again, just to make sure it's correct. And that's where I think I screwed up. There was a true or false questions and I answered false, but then I went and I corrected it to truth. And then I figured out that the false was the correct answer, and that's how I lost 1 point. 1 wrong out of 20, guys. So passed and finally done. Once you're done with the test, they basically call you to an immigration officer, for an interview. They didn't ask me questions about history of Canada. I heard they can do something like that, but really I don't know. So far from what I heard, I think everyone who were there in the line with me, everyone passed. I didn't hear anyone who failed or something over here or something like that. I heard that some other people before me who went, they heard of people failing. And what happens if you do? Unfortunately, they would reschedule you at another exam from anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks for you to go and do it again. And if you fail it again, then there will be a schedule and an interview with an immigration officer to find out how can you fail it if it's not that difficult. Let's prepare for the test. I'll help you out a little bit. I cannot go into details of every single question. First of all, it's copyright. Secondly, it's going to compromise they said that I'm not allowed to, share questions and answers on social media. Otherwise, they can compromise my citizenship application, which I don't want to happen. And number three, it's going to be just boring for you. All you have to do is just read this book. Go to a Citizenship Canada website. I'll leave links for that in the description. There is an audiobook. So I had my book on my phone and I was just listening to it while, for example, I was driving, on my car. There's like a lady and a guy narrating the book. This is the book. They ship it to your home for free and everything. It's also available on the Canada website, on the Canada Immigration website for the citizenships. Again, I'll leave you the link in the description. Nitu's book, this is my book, and both of us passed. Nitu, she beat me. She got 20 out of 20, and yeah, she's really proud of that. So, main things, guys, is, if you go through the book, about the election, concentrate on the things how you vote, concentrate on the structure of Canadian government, on, federal, provincial, municipal government, the types of the government system, on how elections, how the MPs are selected, how the Prime Minister is nominated, like basically Canadian government structure, how you vote, some basic freedom and rights. Remember about the war with United States that they had? It was 1812 when states invaded Canada, and Canada beat them up and won the war, by the way. Yeah, they burned down the White House. It's kind of awesome. And the Duke of Wellington was actually the one who gave the main... Guys, I read this book too much. I know too much now, Duke of Wellington gave one of the best warriors for that. But all these details that I'm telling you, like too much of details, is not necessary. These tests are made for people who know a decent amount of English. You don't have to be like a native speaker to do that, and it's made in such a way that you don't have to go into depth, don't be like one of those Ukrainian or like people from engineer from India who is going to go and learn like date and degree tables and everything, like some things that I don't know what I'm talking about, degree tables. But what I'm saying is just basic historical things like, see, here is a poppy. You know what is a poppy? This page open. This is a Normandy. This poppy is basically Remembrance Day. Or, go through the book. If the book is boring for you, go to the link in the website. Check out the pictures. This is a Stanley Cup. Just go through the book like, just read it once. And then read it a second time. And then go online and Google and write exam practice test. For example, for myself, I've been doing my tests on the phone. Like, I downloaded these 3 applications on the bottom. See, Canadian flag is there, and 2 of them are free and you can pay, but I didn't pay for them, and one of them I actually paid $5. I'm not going to tell you which one because I'm not sponsored by those guys or anything. I just basically donated $5 to do practice tests to some random company that does. And guess what? I don't know if those questions are, they are not like what, they keep on changing questions on the exam. So don't expect your test to be same as they are on the exam, but it's going to definitely give you an idea and help you prepare for your exam. And also it will help you, remember those things that you read in the book. Freaking awesome. Finally, look at this. This is chemo from my wall there. It's like time to go to Florida. That's where all Canadians are going, Everyone in Canada is like, it's winter again. If I win a lottery, I'm moving to Florida. Everyone wants to go to Florida in States. This is also freaking a dream come true. It's amazing, seriously. I can't believe it. It was a big journey and it's fantastic, guys. The test, the journey itself, you know, coming from another country, going as a student, a work permit, you know, then going to permanent residency, that was challenging. And now going to citizenship. It's a big journey and I can't believe we have made it so far. You know, I was thinking it's unbearable and I was thinking it's going to be way more, you know, like, well, it was challenging, okay? It was very difficult. Don't think coming to Canada is easy, and don't think you're going to be like, you know, immigrants just get it easy. No way. It's very difficult, very tough, really challenging. So I can tell you so many stories how difficult it was to get to this stage. But now, guys, you see the eyes, it's so tired. It was difficult, but it was definitely worth it, and it's amazing that just few months from now I'll be a Canadian citizen officially and finally Canadian. So yeah, don't call me an immigrant anymore, guys. Well, I am, but seriously, it's an amazing country. There was so much of diversity, people. I came out of the door and there were Arabic people were saying roh roh. There was a cab or something. There was a roh, you know, Jawara, you know, like move aside, roh roh, go go. There's Arabic people speaking in Arabic, and no Arabs actually know that I understand a little bit, you know, because I lived in Qatar for 6 years. I understand a little bit of few words in Hindi. It's amazing. I've seen people from all countries. I think I've seen a couple of people somewhere from Holland, and there were people from Arabic countries, people from India, and like all different countries, like Philippines. Amazing, nice procedure. Was about probably at least 50 people there today, and I hope majority of them passed. And immigration officers are so nice too. They're like totally different from what you see when you just enter the country as a visitor. You know, the one you enter the country, they're like, the purpose of your visit? And they're like, no, there's nothing like that. They're like, hi, how are you? And show the documents, smile and everything. It's totally different level, you know. From permanent residency to citizenship is awesome. Guys, it's time to sleep. So tired. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Smash the like button if you haven't yet, and of course, guys, subscribe to see more. And I'm really thankful for you guys watching these videos and everything. It's just I had to overcome this tiredness and make this video for you the day of passing the exam. We'll see you next video. Ask me questions. I'll do my best to answer. Have a good one, guys. See you in the next video.